In this video, we're going to take another look at attributes on HTML elements. We'll even take advantage of some Boolean ones, but just so you know, once you have an HTML document loaded into the DOM, you can use JavaScript to go in there and start changing any attribute on any tag, add tags that weren't there before, and that. The whole concept of reactivity is based on using JavaScript to change values and have that reflected uh, in the DOM and therefore in the browser and what the user sees. It's sort of like the linchpin of how it's done and that. So here we have a calcite button, and that could be any button and that sort of thing. But we have an image, right? We also have a H3 tag here, but it has a Boolean attribute hidden. Now, hidden isn't new to HTML. It's been around for a while, but it's how you can, have things on the page and just basically turn them off, turn them on, and they're just not visible in that. And if you have a responsive design, then you can actually, resize yourself and take up that space that that hidden element is not using in that. And so it all starts to tie in together, the responsiveness and the reactivity in that. But again, JavaScript is the big driver to making that happen. And so basic HTML, okay, we have a H1 tag that basically is going to be displayed automatically. We could programmatically find it. It doesn't have an ID, it would be hard, but we could try to find it and switch it to hidden and then make it disappear. We have a button that's going to trigger some code. Again, this is pretty light. We can't really tell what's going to happen until we get into the JavaScript code. Here we're just hunting down all the pieces that we want to interact with. We need to find the buttons called reset and small. We need to find the image and we need to find the H3 tag that is going to be hidden, I think, at first and then turned on later on. Then we add some event listeners. So when someone clicks on the button, run our code, and this is our function about reset, where we just remove the attributes width and height, and then therefore the width and height of the image will be whatever the width and height is on the original image. And that we put the set the attribute hidden to null or false, right? And that should make it, at this case, the subtitle appear. So in that. So we'll just I'll play around with code and see what happens. So I'll just get the npm scripts to fire up here. Let's get there and fire that off. And that. And it'll probably pop off screen. I'll slide it over when it does. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So right now, Hero of Winter, quite a big image. We can't quite see it in that. So we can say, hey, make it smaller in that. The H3 tag appears. The forest is waking up and we have a view, sort of like a scaled down view of the image. In that, a lot of images coming off phones today are pretty dense in terms of number of pixels, so they're really large on websites and that sort of thing. And reset will just now, if we get in here, it wouldn't hurt to actually get in here and take a look uh, in that. And so if we hunt down that image tag there, here it is, we see that the width has been set to 600. Okay, and if I do a reset, notice the width has gone away, right? The H3 tag that used to be there, Hero Winter, is gone. And that I'll just hit the small. Now this tag shows up. It's going to be right there, right? So if I highlight this line now, right? So we have this H3 tag there. If we just watch this, let's go reset. It's there, but the hidden, the attribute showed up hidden. That's a Boolean attribute. Here, we actually removed the attribute for width. And so then it's whatever the original width and height of the image is according to the file that's being loaded in that. So you do have the ability not just to turn off Boolean attributes, right? You can find any attribute on any tag, change it. You can, if you know that image tags have a height and width and they're not set, you can set them, right? Remove them and all that. So you have that ability to hunt down uh, almost anything in the DOM, right? Document object model, that would be the in-memory version of this HTML. So this is the HTML. There'd be an in-memory version of that that the browser uses to show you things on the screen and that. And so that is that same image, just resized, just so you know, right? It's that same one. It's just really big off the camera and that. And so again, it's not just the fact that we can change Boolean attributes from true to false. We can find any attribute on any tag. And if we know our HTML, then we can start manipulating it. We can hide certain sections of the page, increase their size, and that sort of thing as well. So that's what we wanted to go over in this video, the fact that, hey, it's not just Boolean tag. We can find any Boolean attributes to be more accurate. It's just not Boolean attributes of a tag. We can actually find any attribute on any tag, add it, change it, and to make our pages more dynamic. That's all for now.